So we've identified that about 60 to 80% of our sales are really driven by word of mouth. And the issue we had was that there was a lot of negative word of mouth by some detractors that we didn't feel really was accurate. And when we actually did our net promoter surveys and things like that, we found that our net promoter score was actually pretty high, and that there were a lot of people that were really, really happy with our products, and that we had actually changed people's lives. And so we definitely knew there were brand advocates out there that could go out and speak, but we didn't feel like they were speaking up. And we wanted to solve that and make that actually happen. We've done a number of surveys to see for small business owners, which is our target customer, how likely are they to go to a site like Amazon or to go to online reviews and actually use that as a decision factor before they even go to the store. And what we found was that about 17% of small business owners were actively and very, very tightly looking at these reviews. And so we knew that, hypothetically, depending on whether those reviews are good or bad, that was 17% of our sales could be up or down, which for us is in the multi-millions of dollars. And so it was a huge number. And we realized that we really could be losing a significant amount of revenue due to online reviews. And so that did become a hot priority for us. I think what was hard was that we couldn't really scale the word of mouth piece of it. So how do we actually get those advocates out there talking about us? And that we just couldn't scale on our own. And that was the challenge that we faced when we came to Zuberance. We started with email, and we started emailing some customers that we knew were brand advocates because we had they were in the inner circle, or they had indicated that they might be an advocate. And we started on a very small scale just to test it out, and it was great because we were able to quickly see that these folks were very willing to write reviews and be out there on social channels. In fact, 30% of our advocates were willing to go out there and write about us, which was an amazing stat for us. We were blown away by that. And so now we're actually taking active steps to go beyond that to get more advocates. And the way we're doing that is by going in and seeing everywhere where we touch our customers and asking the net promoter question and asking, are you an advocate, and taking action. So we're going to have the question in our products even, on our emails, on our websites, possibly even in support channels when somebody calls up for help, that we can ask them the question as well. So we've already identified thousands and thousands of advocates, so we're very happy with the result, but we definitely think that there's probably about 500,000 advocates out there for our products, and so we're actively working to get that number up so that we can hit that 500,000, and that could be totally game-changing for us in terms of our sales and our marketing. Yeah, so we actually started with reviews because we wanted people out there reviewing our products. It was also something that we could use for our own websites and to show off sort of how we're doing as a company. But we've moved on from that, and we're actually helping small business owners and having them share things about new updates to our products so that they can share that. We have a grant competition for small businesses where they can win money, and so we're asking brand advocates to share it about that. And it helps the small business, and it helps us too, because we're reaching new small business owners that we may not have reached if we didn't have this advocates program. I would say it's twofold. One is that we're actually getting people out there talking about us, but second, I would say that we're actually able to track that, because we know that a lot of our social media efforts are great, but it's been really hard to track it, to get buy-in around the company for it. And so having the ability to track it and actually see results has been huge for us. And I think it's helping our company to transform how we think as a marketing organization, because now we can realize that it's not just about us sending out marketing materials, but it's also about us getting people who love us to go out there and share, and that there's value in that. As a marketer, it's harder to scale something like a brand advocates program, and that's something we tried to do and couldn't. And bringing Zuberance on, we were able to scale that and then able to track it. And so to me, that's the real benefit that Zuberance brings, is that scale and the tracking, something that you can't do on your own. And so having a partner to do it is great. Also, I would just say that everyone at Zuberance has been really helpful and always trying to really make it work. And it wasn't just when they were trying to sell us, it was also after the sale happened and after they already had our money, they were still totally motivated to make us successful. And that was great, because that's not always the case. And so it's exciting that that was the way it worked out. So to me, I think this is a new channel for us. So I see it as the same as you might have like a direct response campaign or something like that. You have, it's sort of an ongoing thing you do. And I see advocates as being something similar, that you don't stop your other marketing, but this is one additional thing that you do, and you do consistently, and you do it all the time. And you try to sort of integrate it as your marketing. And so I do see it as a bigger thing, and that it is going to be going forward a huge win for us. I definitely do get a number of calls from people when they see my title and that I've got social media in there, that they're constantly calling me and saying they've got the next best thing for social media. And yet all of my peers are all saying, well, we need to be able to track and scale this and actually show results. And to me, that's what differentiates Zuberance, is that that's what it's all about. It's actually about scaling and showing results and actually having monetization paths with your social media efforts. And so it can take all of our programs to a different level, because now we can show that there are results, and that social media is something to take really seriously, and that this is the future of marketing. And in order to show that to our executives, we have to have proof points, and Zuberance provides that proof point for us.